Yo, what is up? It's your boy LZ bringing you guys another first impression video, this time on the fire Jordan 36s. I mean, just look at how clean these shoes look, definitely giving me some major OVO 8 vibes. This might be the cleanest shoe of 2021 for sure. Apart from the looks, I'm actually super excited to see how well these would hold up on the hardwood. The Jordan 36, they features this full-length zoom and a double-stacked zoom air unit encased within this Phylon carrier. So on my wood floors at home, the cushion does feel really good and plush and super comfortable. So I'm just super excited to see how well these perform on the court. I am slightly disappointed though because I pictured this zoom setup kind of being more responsive and bouncier, similar to like the Jordan 28s. But the cushioning on the 36s seemed to be more on the plushier side rather than the responsive side. But who knows, maybe I'll have to break it in more to really feel the zoom units. But I'll let you guys know all in the end at the performance review. Moving on to the traction on the Jordan 36 look nuts. Like wow, herringbone, a full herringbone pattern usually never disappoints. And this traction pattern itself reminds me a lot of the OG Hyperdunks, like the ones with the weird heel piece. So I think the traction would be A1, top tier. And it should be tacky and it should be just really grippy. And for all your moves, you should just be able to stop on a dime. However, the grooves themselves are very thin and somewhat pliable. So unless you have the XDR versions, I wouldn't recommend you guys playing in these outdoors, especially for the price point. I would definitely not do it. But besides that, the traction looks straight heat. And it should be a really, really good performer. The materials are also really interesting. So for the Jordan 36, the Nike decided to move away from the premium materials on the Jordan 35s and instead replace it with this lightweight synthetic woven upper that is almost 100% see-through. So when you put your foot in, you can see their socks. So if you're wearing some dirty socks when you play ball, you're going to get called out for sure. But anyways, the texture of this upper is very plasticky and it reminds me a lot of those like IKEA blue bags, the ones where like you carry stuff in, or like those like plastic sacks that like kind of hold bags of onions like when you buy them from like the supermarket. So in that sense, I'm not too sure how durable these would be, but Nike does claim that this new jacquard woven upper provides a multi-directional stability and support while also being super light. And wow, these shoes are definitely light. Like in the press release, Nike really emphasized on how light these shoes were. And I can tell you right now, these are some of the lightest high top sneakers that I've ever had. I think when I'm like holding it in my hand, it feels very similar in weight to the Clyde All Pros. The upper does do its job just from an initial try on. I can see it being very supportive and I can see how it's not stretching as much and it would provide the proper support in the proper places. So I think Nike did do a really good job on that. And, it is pretty comfortable and it reminds me a little bit of Flyknit, like kind of like a plasticier Flyknit, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I think I really like the upper and the support and lockdown of the shoe also feel really good because of that. I had no issues with any heel slippage or any issues with lockdown. The Eclipse plate itself does do a really good job in torsional rigidity, and it helps support your arches. So overall, there's nothing really wrong in that department. Support and lockdown are good. Materials are good. Overall, I mean, this is a really good shoe. Lastly, though, the fit is kind of weird for me. So I have like wider than normal feet, but not wide enough to be considered having like a wide foot. I'm like in the in-between kind of stage, right? With that being said, I don't think these shoes are wide foot friendly at all. So if you have really wide feet, like your foot is going to be sitting over the Eclipse plate and you're definitely not going to have a fun time. And, I would recommend you going up half a size if you are a wide foot, but I do feel the fit is a bit long. So I wear a size 9.5 in most of my shoes and that basically fits me perfectly. But I felt on the Jordan 36s that these were a tad bit long. Usually my shoes run about one thumb width, kind of from my toe to the end of the toe box. But in the 36s, it's about 1.5. So if you do have a wide foot and you get up half a size, it might be too long. But I wouldn't, like if you have a regular foot, I wouldn't suggest going up half a size at all. I would suggest either going true to size, or if you try them on in-store and you like a bit of a snuggier, is that a word? A more of a snug fit, you should just go down half a size. But I'd recommend trying these on in-stores. This is a really long and narrow shoe in my opinion. So, you can go true to size if you want, and you can also go down half a size. It's just personal preference. But yeah, if you do have a wide foot, probably stay away from this shoe. But other than that, you'll be fine. So the Jordan 36s, they retail for 180 USD or 225 Canadian. And overall, I think this is like just, again, such a clean shoe. The traction looks to be awesome. The cushioning is amazing, super plush. And the support is good, but I'm not a big fan of high tops, but I'm still super excited to play in these. And I really recommend, if you are going to get a pair of Jordan 36s, get the solid rubber outsoles. Translucent outsoles always have this issue of being slightly less of a performance beast versus their solid rubber counterparts. So if you have the option to choose, just choose the one with the rubber outsole. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Your likes, subs, and comments really mean a lot to me. Helps the channel keep going and growing. And if you like my stuff, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the performance review. Peace.